What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Floyd Money Mayweather and Roy Jones Jr. You know, these two guys, looking at them, all-time greats, Hall of Famers, multi-division champs, easily. Why, and I want to talk to you guys about the difference between the two. And you guys heard me make videos about Floyd, what I didn't like. But I believe in balance. I believe, there's something you like about everybody, because there's videos that I'll make about Floyd that I do like. It's a love-hate relationship. Roy Jones Jr., same thing. Everybody else, same thing. Roy Jones Jr., all-time great. Went all the way up to heavyweight from middleweight. A lot of people, several people were able to do that, right? That couldn't do that. Rudy Ray Moore. Rudy Ray Moore. Archie Moore. Jesus. Bob Foster, another one comes to mind, that they were good light heavyweights, but they weren't. They failed at heavyweight, okay? These guys weren't able to do what Roy done. And a lot of people criticize Floyd for the fights that he made, the people that he fought, some risk that he didn't take, and he did it simply because he didn't have to. Now, I think, this is my opinion, I feel that Roy was the pioneer for
GPS signal lost.
Great super fighters. All-time greats that fought way past their time. Hall of Famers that fought way past their time. I think Floyd learned from, because that's about an 8-year difference in age, so a good 10, about 10 years. Floyd looked up to Roy, and Roy taught Floyd what not to do with your career, because the same discrimination happened to both fighters. They were both cheated at the Olympics, as you guys can remember. They're supposed to be gold medalists. They were cheated. They were discriminated because they were American or whatever. It was definitely discrimination, right? They both did things they didn't supposed to do. And they both had all types of people that criticized them that were journalists of the sport. HBO, to name one in particular. And I think now, if you look at Roy and his career, Roy could have easily went down to be the best, even though his first loss was a disqualification, which was BS, I feel. He still went back and knocked out Mr. Griffin, right? Montel Griffin. And this guy, he did everything and he came back down. There was really nothing for him to do. Roy, he didn't have to do what he did, but he did what he did. And he shown guys like Floyd, okay, I'm not going to do that. Because what would it benefit a person to go all the way up, do what you've done, beat all these guys, and then eventually lose to somebody that's not better than you, that just Father Time's on your side? Okay, and that's exactly what happened with Roy. That's exactly what happened, in his situation. And Floyd seen that. Floyd was like, nope, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be Roy. Because Roy, Roy wanted to fight everybody. That was his mentality. But he didn't have to. Because people will now look at Roy and they look at Floyd and they look at the records and they see Floyd better than Roy. But that's not the case. They just made better decisions. Floyd made better decisions based off of something that he's seen Roy do. You know what I mean? He's seen Roy go up and shred all that damn weight and then come down. and then get beat. He won. He beat Antonio Tarver, but got beat. So for that reason, I understand that, because eventually you're going to lose. But what happens, a lot of fighters that do the
GPS
same
signal
thing,
lost.
they do the same thing. They fight way past their prime when they should have retired. Sugar Shane Mosley, he did that. Oscar De La Hoya got out the game pretty unscathed, honestly. But look at Oscar. He's fine. A lot of fighters done it. Roberto Duran did it. Julio Cesar Chavez did it. Costa Tszyu did it. A lot of these fighters that fought too far and then they paid a price, right? And I think Floyd shut it down at a perfect time, because he was like, why would I do that to myself? It doesn't work, okay? Then you end up getting beat by somebody that doesn't hold a candle to you, that probably won't even be a Hall of Famer, that beats you. You know what I mean? Hopefully that person's good enough for you to righteously or rightfully hand the torch to him. But that's not always guaranteed. That's just another fighter that's hungry, and they're an opportunist, and they're taking an advantage of a guy that's older, that's lost a step or two, that's not in his prime, that father time is not on his side, right? And I think Floyd knew that. But anyway, I want to give that props to Floyd because of that. Okay? But anyway, you guys tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.